Well, I hope you stocked up on potions because we've hit the point of no return. No, really, we can't actually leave this world map for a little bit. So, Parsley Woods. Let's see what we got right from the beginning. As you can see, we've got a lake. And, oh yeah, I think I know this stage. Yep. Spike balls, oh boy. So, this one, surprisingly difficult. I had some trouble with this one. You don't really have a lot of room to move around in the water, but you've got quite a few obstacles to contend with, including ghosts, who work a lot like boos do in the main series Mario games. If you look at them, they stop moving, but if you face away from them, they will start chasing you, so they kind of back you into a corner, and you don't want to be in a corner with all of these spiky balls just spawning everywhere. Like, thankfully that one was in its death throes, so it didn't hit me, but still, considering how frequently these spawn, they're pretty chaotic. They can just come barreling into you at a moment's notice, so yeah, I would say take this one patiently, but that's not really easy to do because of the ghosts, and honestly, spike balls as well. They don't help you go slowly. They kind of discourage that because they come out of nowhere, they shake the ground, they're gonna cause you to panic a little bit. Especially when you have more than one coming at you. At that point, you're sort of just flopping around trying to find a safe spot to just exist in for a moment. I would like to avoid being killed, please. A spot where that could happen would be great. I would appreciate it. I don't entirely feel like this one was just me being impatient leading to mistakes. I feel that it is actually legitimately kind of difficult to avoid all this. It's also a pretty long stage as well, all things considered. We also have a hole full of water over there, but that doesn't matter too much. Let's just end the stage. Decent bit of money, though. There's quite a bit. Still, though, not quite as much as we'd get from like a boss stage or something, but like I've said before, I'm not too concerned with that right now. So, course 32, another kart stage, very nice. I do like these. Of course, this one's a little more dangerous than the one in Stove Canyon. Now, that one did have lava near the end, which, to be fair, is more intimidating than a pit, or at least I feel like it is. However, the lava I don't think really came into play until the end, and you had a whole lot of carts that were basically just there so you could get used to the carts. Here, though, it's a lot of death pits. You've also got this spot right here, that's just for a heart. Not worth the risk if your jump's not great, but, Jet. There's the mandatory mention of me using Jet for the episode. And, weird. Looks like we have some supplies here. A whole lot of crates and whatnot. That's actually a pretty neat detail. And yeah, like I said, you don't need to follow the carts, so if you're not good with doing so, then, you know, maybe it would be best to just activate the carts and then leave. Just let them do their own thing and then platform at your own pace. So, at the end here, we have this switch, which, once pressed, will drain the water from the lake. So, once you do this, Parsley Woods is no longer a point of no return. You can go back to the rest of the worlds of the game, no problem. The first stage also changes as well. So it's been a while since we've seen any sort of stage effect like that. It's really weird because, like, Rice Beach had a whole lot of stage changes, like stages 1 and 3 changed, I think it was? I mean, like, stage 1 wasn't even important, though. Like, you didn't need to go back to stage 1. It just flooded and changed a bit, but, like, otherwise, there was nothing really new there. It was the other stages that changed more. And then, yeah, I think Mount Teapot only had the 1 at the end. And then yeah, since then, there's never really been any major changes. That's always been kind of the weird thing about Mario Land 3. Like, it seems like they might have had a bigger idea for, like, map effects or, like, changes that would occur throughout the course of the game. Like, if you'd complete one stage, then others would change. It does kind of feel like they had a whole lot of ideas for that at the start, and then Parsley Woods comes along and they're just like, oh, we haven't done that in a while. I don't know, maybe just make a lake that drains and has a treasure in it. But yeah, it feels like they could have done more with that, I guess. Though, at the very least, like, with the way the stages are laid out and the way the map looks, I don't think there was any room for that in the previous 2 worlds. Well, 3 actually. Nothing really happened in Sherbet Land anyway, but yeah, it's just kind of weird that it seemed like it was going to be so prevalent at the start because of Rice Beach, and yeah, then it just skipped 3 worlds. And this is like the last time there's any major map changes that will also change a stage. So say hello to Stage 31 Revisited, say hi to its treasure, and then say goodbye because we're pretty much done with it. Here we go, it's the end. Yeah, honestly, looking back, I never quite got that. Now, to be fair, the other thing that gets a little bit left by the wayside is secret exits. There weren't any secret exits in the previous world, and there aren't any in Parsley Woods either. I'm kinda glad, though, again, that got left behind, because I don't really care for these secret exit placements in this game. Ooh! Don't want to complain anymore, though, because this is a fun stage. I really like this one. So we have a whole lot of the pirate supplies, and hey, a train! And now that we're in here, the train has started moving. Now, I know I said earlier that I don't mind auto-scrolling stages, if there's a reason for them to be auto-scrolling, like if lava's chasing you, that's fine, I like that. Now, this is sort of a halfway point, like, technically there's nothing really chasing us other than the screen itself, which is, you know, I don't like that as an obstacle because it makes no sense. Why is just nothingness killing you if you don't move fast enough? And why is it also preventing you from moving any faster? Here, though, I'll accept it because, like, this is more supposed to be like the train is moving and we kind of have to keep up, even though it's not really how trains work at all. There'd be no reason to race to the end of this train. Well, there kind of is. I mean, like, a lot of these train cars have been separated. I feel like that's sort of a reason why we need to go fast. It's a little bit nonsensical, admittedly. Like, there technically shouldn't be any danger on this in going slow on this train, but it's not so obnoxious an obstacle that I'm having less fun with the stage, and I do think it's just a maybe slightly awkward way to implement, like, just the fact that this train is moving along. I just think that they had an idea that maybe didn't exactly translate perfectly, so they just had to make it a little more of a standard auto-scroller, but, you know, I like the train. Train stages are neat. Airships are neat, boats are neat, trains are neat. Train stages are good and cool. And yeah, now we've stopped. And of course, since this is an auto-scroller, we don't need to pay for the end. And thank goodness for that. So yeah, simple stage, but a fun one. And once the coins count down, we find ourselves at the big tree. I don't know why we didn't, like, wrap around, you know, we didn't exit from the right of the screen. God fucking damn it, it's this one. I forgot this is a lightning stage. Anyway, I don't know why we didn't exit to the right and then come back from the left, but whatever. I was gonna say I liked this stage, and then this fucker decided to be here. So, I like that there's this big important tree, which, by the way, has a treasure in it. I like to think that's why there's an entire train that leads here and stops here. Like, the pirates have hidden a treasure here, and while Wario doesn't necessarily have to get it, he will, and he will destroy everything on the way. I also like how apparently this tree just has a whole lot of water in it. It's a very healthy tree. But yeah, other than the clouds... Oh god,
Oh my fucking god, I forgot this is a combination. God damn it.
I wanna like this stage. And like, I just looked over, you know, a tiny image of the map of this stage, and I thought, oh yeah, it's a neat format, because we're going in and out of the tree, there's water in the tree, so, you know, it's a bit of a water stage, but at the same time, you know, again, we're not in the water for the whole thing, so it doesn't bog it down or anything. You know, I do like that sort of level format where, like, you have this big vertical level and you're ascending, but, like, you also go outside for certain portions, like Butter Building from Kirby. I think that sort of thing is just a really neat level format. Can't pin down why exactly, I just think it's cool. But god damn it, now I'm just remembering the frickin' takes I had of this. Thankfully, both are kinda limited in number, so, like, you don't have to do either the cloud or the chicken too extensively, but god damn it, I hate both of them so very much. Ugh, god, like, that legitimately kinda soured this stage for me. I was gonna come in and just praise it a whole lot, and then just both of those things. Like, I knew there was one more chicken stage, but I guess looking back, I can't think of any other stages that would have had the chickens in them, but I thought they were in a different stage. Here's a catcher's mitt. Just god. I didn't think they'd have the gall to do both in the same level. Ugh. Somebody out there at Nintendo wanted me personally to hate this level. They just sat down to work one day and said, you know what? What if I just made a stage that Victoria fucking hated? What if we just made a real bad one that she was not fond of at all? And then they made this stage, all in an afternoon, which is impressive, and yet, still, curse them for doing so. Curse that one specific person whose fault this is. It's entirely their fault. Don't know who it is, but it was definitely one person who aimed to spite me, personally. How dare they spite me, the gamer? You will regret this. Anyway, this set piece should look familiar. So, if you didn't like the first train stage, I apologize, but it's another train stage. But if you're like me and you do like the train stage, well, guess what? We've got another one. And this one will take us far away from the horrible, horrible big tree that I thought I liked, because I keep thinking of the big tree as that level where you enter the tree and then you leave the tree and then you're outside of the tree and you're scaling it and it's neat, because I divorced the frickin' clouds and the chickens from it. Because damn it, I wanted to like it, but no, we're leaving it forever. I also like how this level, like, the train seems to be lining up with the direction it's supposed to go on the world map. Wario's not for some reason, like, he's going to the right. I'm thinking about this too much at this point. It doesn't matter that much. Like, you don't need to be that exacting about, like, the level and how it lines up on the map. I just wanted to point it out. I hope I'm not coming off as too pedantic, because I don't dislike it. It's not like I'm saying it's a horrible decision. I just noticed it. Oh, and by the way, I don't think I mentioned it before, but thank you to that duck for showing that indeed the tracks here will kill you. You know, the tracks in the kart stages are moving too slowly for you to take any damage from them, but here, yeah, the tracks are instant death. You will die if you touch them. I do have to wonder, though, who keeps unhooking these? Like, were they this way that by default? Are the pirates just that incompetent, or one of these ducks just actually actively separating the cars to try and prevent Wario from moving on? Despite the fact that they do leave a perfectly good trolley for him to take, which does save his life, because even Jet could not get him from one end to the other. Or at least because the auto-scroller, it couldn't. I don't know, maybe it could get over the gap, if the screen weren't preventing me from moving on at a decent pace. Though then again, there are just blocks floating over the tracks, so I don't know, I feel like Jet Wario could have actually made those jumps. I believe in him. And of course, don't have to pay. Again, auto-scroller, so yeah, you know the drill by now. If it's an auto-scroller, it's free. Which is good, because not many coins. Only 46. Ah, God. 5,000, almost 6,000 gold, but I don't know if it's enough. Alright, so, course 36. Wait a second. Yep. I did remember the clouds in this one, though. I hate the stage. I hate the stage, I hate the stage, I hate the stage, I hate the stage. Because you have the clouds, but you also have the spiky balls that are just dropping out of nowhere and prove to be decent obstacles most of the time. Why would you put this in the boss stage? Honestly. I liked it better when they just had kinda hard to find big coins. Those are nice because they just give you 100 coins and they don't ruin your take to do it. You can just grab the coin. It's fine. Alright, this should be... Wait. Is this a big coin? No, it's a big heart. Whatever. If it was a big coin, I was gonna be mad, honestly. Hey, here's this really annoying way to get coins. But also, here's just a free big coin. Have 100 on the house, it's fine. Alright. Checkpoint. So, I think we leave the cloud behind, but now we have the spiky balls. You gotta make sure, well, you don't have to dodge into the holes to avoid these completely. You could go around them, but... Oh no, there's more cloud here, god damn it. But yeah, the spike balls, I feel like I've had a hard time avoiding them before. Wait. Oh no. I'm thinking about a different part. Now, they tripped me up a little bit, after the checkpoint. But, there's a section where they're harder. Also, this isn't really easy either. Just getting the spear guys in this particular hole, and then getting the cloud to smite them. Alright, so here's the worst part of the stage. I think we're just about there. Please aim. Really? Oh, for fuck's sake, stop firing! Really, when you miss, you're going to fire that many times. Well, I guess it's better than preventing me from getting a hard-earned coin, but still. Why can you fire that many times anyway? I'm sorry this kind of brought down Parsley Woods, which up until now was my favorite stage. But then I remembered I had to do this for the boss stage. Look at this. Ugh, this is awful. You can't despawn that either. It's just rude. Why couldn't we have at least gotten the bigs? You can ride those. I forget if I mentioned that, but you can ride the big if you want. Try to ride on top of those spike balls, you just get hurt. Big's there for you. Big is your friend. Anyway, that a ghost. So the boss, if it touches you, Wario will freeze in place. You have to hit a ghost, ball it up, throw it at the ghost, rinse, repeat. So yeah, honestly, it doesn't matter too much if the ghost touches you, because provided he's not about to throw a ghost, you probably won't get hit by anything else. There's very little he can do to capitalize on touching you, so... To be fair, if he gets you at the wrong place at the wrong time, this can be a difficult boss, but otherwise, not a big deal. Alright, so 300 coins. Let's gamble these away. Come on, left. Alright, good first round. Yay. God, I mean, I'm watching it back, so it's not as miserable as playing this stage again. And thankfully we don't need to go through all 3 rounds of this. We've maxed out money. But yeah, even still, even if I didn't have to play it... Oh wow. Why did I do that? What was the point of doing that, Self? Like, it worked, sure, but like, to what end? There was no reason. Anyway, though, yeah, what I've been trying to say, even if I've only been watching it, it's still bogged down the mood. I like Parsley Woods, except for the parts of it that I really hate. And you know what? After the boss stage, I can almost forgive Big Tree. But boss stage is just so bad. I hate that level so much. So yeah, apologies, the mood kinda came crashing down, but I think that's the last time we'll see either the chickens or the clouds, so you know what? Good riddance. The bad news is, they didn't appear until the penultimate world. So next time on Super Mario Land 3, we're gonna head to Syrup's Castle and finish the job.